Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, Dandavat Pranams. Today we are going to discuss Bhagavad Gita chapter 16, text 21. It's a very beautiful and powerful message. Of course, all the 700 slokas in Bhagavad Gita are equally powerful, but each one of the text has its own relevance in our day-to-day lives. So let us critically examine what this sloka is saying about. Since I'm very poor at reciting Sanskrit slokas, now first I'm going to make you listen the recorded one followed by recitation of myself.
त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामः क्रोधस्तथा लोभस्तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्
त्रिविधं नरकस्येदं द्वारं नाशनमात्मनः कामः क्रोधस्तथा लोभास्तस्मादेतत्त्रयं त्यजेत्. Here Lord Sri Krishna beautifully explains, and His Divine Grace Abhay Charan Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada very beautifully gives the purport of this shloka. There are three gates leading to this hell: lust, anger, and greed. Every sane man should give this up, for they lead to the degradation of the soul. In the purport of this shloka, the beginning of demonic life is described herein. One tries to satisfy his lust, and when he cannot, anger and greed arise. A sane man who does not want to glide down to the species of demonic life must try to give up these three enemies, which can kill the self to such an extent that there will be no possibility of liberation from this material entanglement. How beautifully it was explained, delivered by Lord Sri Krishna, and the purport explained by Srila Prabhupada. There are three gates to hell. First one is the lust, desire. The second one is krodha, anger. And the third one is greed. Root cause of all problems is the desire. So if you have a desire, having desire is not wrong. But whether we are having a materialistic desire or a spiritual desire, whether we are having a desire to satisfy self or satisfy the society or satisfy the creator of the society, it does matter. And if this very desire doesn't get satisfied, it leads to anger, frustration, and further it leads to greed. Yes, at any cost I should get it. He got it, why should not I got? He acquired, why he should not acquire? He achieved, why should not I achieve? And the next slokas, it's beautifully narrated. If one who does not conquer these three gates to hell, anger, lust, anger, and greed, what is going to happen? I'm just going to read the purport meaning of the slokas of text 23 and 24. The man who has escaped these three gates of hell, O son of Kunti, performs acts conducive to self-realization and thus gradually attains the supreme destination. He who discards spiritual injunctions and acts according to his own whims attains neither perfection nor happiness nor the supreme destination. So Bhagavad Gita chapter 16 text 21, 22, 23 clearly defines what to do, what not to do. People have one house. They want to buy second house, third house, fourth house, fifth house, and the chase continues forever. People have one plot. They want two plots, three plots, four plots, five plots. People have car. They want two, three, four, five, or keep on changing models year after year, year after year. Of course, there are very highly majestic people. They are not satisfied with one wife. They want two, three, four, five, and many, legally or illegally. So, what I mean to say is, or Srila Prabhupada is explaining, or Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is saying that is, There is no end to lust. There is no end to lust. And when the lust is not fulfilled, achieved, it leads to anger. Anger leads to infatuation. Infatuation leads to loss of memory. And loss of memory leads to permanent destruction. Therefore, one should follow the spiritual injections given in Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam to make one's life successful, peaceful, happy. Have lust, but not to gain material property, material wealth, to gain spiritual property, spiritual wealth. So do tell. That's what Guru does it. Engagement of our senses in Shravana Kirtana Smarana Vandana Pada Sevana Dasyare Pujana Sakijana Atmanivedana Govinda Dasya Vilashare Bajahure Mana Srinandanandana Abhya Charana Ravindare. O mind, engage your senses towards the worship of Hari. So, here one line we should discuss in particular. He is saying that for they means here lust, anger, and greed, they lead to degradation of the soul. Why he is saying degradation of soul? Because in Bhagavad Gita there is one sloka, Anthakalecha mame, something it goes that at the end of leaving your body, whatever one recollects, remembers, or concentrates his mind on that particular object, he is going to attain that body. And also, Krishna is saying that if one who remembers me, who recollects me, who chants my name at the time of leaving my body, I will be easily attained. But is it possible when whole life we have engaged our life in lust, followed by anger, greed, kama, moha, moda, mada, vatsalya? Whole life we have spent earning. How is it possible to remember Krishna? It is only possible, if I die, who is going to take care of my property? My wife is so innocent, my children are so innocent, my relatives or friends may acquire or my enemies may acquire my property. Oh, I invested in this many lakhs in mutual funds. My son is not aware, wife not aware, what they will do. Even if they are aware, after that they withdraw that money, what they will do? Who is going to take care of my properties? Your mind will be there. So, next birth, certainly you are going to take a birth of a dog or a snake to safeguard that properties, or to take care of your own family as a form of dog, licking their feet. And you know what treatment a dog gets or a snake gets in this society. So here Srila Prabhupada ji is very specifically saying that, or Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna is very clearly saying that this lust, anger, greed will lead to ultimate destruction. And a sane person is sane, who is psychologically strong, intelligent, will not be entangled in these materialistic things. He will give up all these three enemies. Enemies are not there outside, enemies are within. Enemies are within. So if you conquer these three enemies, lust, anger, greed, you have conquered the whole world. If we conquer ourselves, we have conquered the entire universe. Then only we can attain Him, we can reach Him. That's what Sri Krishna and Srila Prabhupada beautifully explained. I am a man structured, human structured, demon possessing all demonic qualities. I am having infinite lust, infinite greed, infinite anger, infinite envy, infinite fault finding attitude. I am having all demonic qualities. Maybe some good thing I have done. This birth I got this human structure. Took birth in India, took birth in South India, where people even worship stones and trees. Fortunate to get birth in a Brahmana family where Fortunately, from the birth, we don't eat non-vegetarian. But still, 84 lakh species of previous births, vasanas, are keep on pulling me. I'm trying to come out of those 84 lakh species of previous births. Why do we bath daily? Once in a day, or twice in a day, or thrice in a day? Because to clean the dust, mud, dirt. Why do we wash our clothes? Because it gives foul smell after second day, third day. Similarly, our soul has entangled in 84 lakh species of birds' bodies: hog, dog, insects, birds, fishes, tiger, zebra, these, that, these. So we all do possess that 84 lakh species birth tastes, 84 lakh species births lust, unfulfilled desires, unfulfilled, unsatisfied anger, unsatisfied greed. So that Atma, which has passed through all the bodies, is still being pulled on by this vasanas. And how to come out of that is to wash, clean our soul. How to wash? Shall I use Rin or Vim or Surf Excel or Ariel? Simple. For that all you should buy, make some money, earn money and purchase. Simply chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Simply chant Hare Krishna mantra, and all your 84 lakh species of birds, vasanas, papas, sins will be washed away. Do you have any doubt? Try to chant this Hare Krishna mantra at least 10 minutes a day. It takes 10 minutes to chant 108 beats. And daily you do it for 10 minutes. You will find how much peace you're getting, how much tranquility you're getting, and how your life is changed, and what change has brought in your life. And change in your life has influenced change in others' lives. You just check, see the results, and you yourself will start preaching to whole society. This is a small message, my dear friends, I would like to convey today. We cannot control our senses, we can only dovetail. Let us have strong lust for serving Krishna. Let us have strong lust. Let us feel anger that we could not serve properly on ourselves. Let us feel anger on ourselves, not on others. I couldn't serve properly, couldn't chant 16 rounds, I couldn't recite Bhagavad Gita, I could not deliver Bhagavad Gita message to my friends. Let us have anger on ourselves. Let us have greed that Guruji is having so much knowledge, my god brother is having so much knowledge, daily is doing 16 rounds Hare Krishna mantra, daily is reciting Bhagavad Gita, daily is listening to the lectures, daily at times is going to yatra, so I should also get this. You have positive anger, positive lust, positive greed. Spiritually, everything is transcendental. This is the beautiful word, transcendental. In spiritual life, everything is transcendental. You have love, lust, moha, mada, moha, kama, krodha, mada, moha, vatsalya. You should not have, we say, we should not have a materialistic platform. We should have moha towards Krishna, vatsalya towards Krishna, prema towards Krishna. Of course, little time, at that time, little angry with Krishna. You have not given me Satbuddhi, Satkar, you not made me to do today Satkarma, or I could not do and you have not corrected me. Please correct me. Means loving exchanges between you and Lord. There should be some exchanges. There are different types of bhavs or relationships with Krishna. First one is Dasya Bhava, Dasya Rasa, where Lord Hanuman used to have with Sri Ramachandra. Second one is Vatsalya Rasa, where Yashoda Maya used to have with Krishna. And the third one is Sakhya Rasa, where Arjuna used to have with Lord Krishna. And the next one is Prema Rasa, where Gopikas and Radharani used to have with Krishna, or Vatsalya Rasa or Shabari Mataji will also come with lots of love, She tastes the fruit and gives only the sweet fruit to Ramachandra, Vatsalya. She can do anything with love. And it is said that Prema Rasa is the highest of attaining. Nevertheless, instead of not having any rasas, let us develop some rasa. And as I said, or it was said in the scriptures, everything is transcendental in spiritual life. Thank you very much for bearing with me, and see you once again. Please bless me that very soon I come out of all my demonic activities or qualities of anger, envy, lust, ego, pride, illusion, ignorance, arrogance, negative thinking, fault finding attitudes, and keep myself in engaging and practicing my all senses and practicing Navaveda Bhakti. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Dandavat Pranams.